probably a half a minute late. My name is Robin, reporting live from Ontario, Canada. I hope everything is working well. I didn't get to do my usual tests here. This is not a test. We are live. This is a quick live stream before I start my real job so we can share the things that we need to hear today. What do we need to hear to start our work day, or maybe it's afternoon for you where you are? What are some of the things that I need to hear before anyone else jumps on this live stream? Sometimes I like saying the things that I need to hear, the reminders that I need. Hey, Lauren. Good morning, Lauren. Hey, Mr. Friend is here. Yay, yay. I'm so glad to see your names, guys. Yay. Yes, look, you guys are saying hi to each other. This is so beautiful. It's Tuesday. It's a rainy Tuesday here in Ontario, Canada. How are you guys doing? Hello, mate. You all right? Lauren's asking Mr. Friend. I love that, guys. How's the weather there in the UK? It's pretty warm. Yes, surviving. No, you're doing better than that. You're doing better than surviving, Mr. Friend. You are on your way to thriving. We all are. Oh, the weather's okay. Let's see. This is the first time I've seen clouds in about 3 weeks. Laugh out loud. Oh my gosh, isn't that crazy? Yeah, it's so interesting. Sometimes I think we're never really happy. It's like either too hot, it's too cold, it's not enough rain, too much rain. It's like so hard to have that perfect storm, as they say. So, yeah, I wanted to know what you guys are thinking. Hey, Kenneth Ford is here and he says, good morning, everyone. Yay, I'm glad you're here. This is so awesome, guys. Hi, 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 hi. Guys, what's going on this week? What do you think that people need to hear this week? I wrote an article recently about sacrifices. And, there was some examples of, we want to save money, but yet people are going to the drive-through and spending 20 bucks for one meal at a drive-through, but that 20 bucks could get you like a week's worth of eggs and bread, if you will. So I just sometimes wonder if the things that we want for ourselves, for our life, are we willing to make the sacrifices to get there? And I know sometimes the word sacrifice can sound a little scary, so, help me out if there's a better word, but there are give and takes, if you will, when we want something for ourselves. Like, are we willing to, we want to feel rested and energized in the morning, but are we willing to shut the screen down early and get a good night's sleep, right? We want to be healthy and strong, but are we willing to give up or temporarily postpone some of the things that we're eating and drinking that we know aren't good for us? I dug up intolerance food sensitivity test that I did back in 2017. And I was looking at all the foods that I should be avoiding. Oh my God, guys, it was like potato, which I love, milk, cheese, eggs, like all this stuff. Apparently, after I did blood work, it said that I had an intolerance to this stuff and I should kind of go easy on it. And it happens to be everything that I love and everything that I have been eating and drinking. So I don't know what to do here. Oh, look, we've got an interesting one. We've got some emojis. Thank you for your emojis here. I don't know why it didn't show that comment, but folks, my name is Robin, reporting live from Ontario, Canada. Is there something that you want for your future and you know that there's certain things you have to do now or stop doing now in order to get it? Like, what sacrifices do we have to make right now for the things that we want for our future? Maybe it's taking less Ubers if that's something that you use. Maybe it's ordering food less. Maybe it's, instead of getting your hair done every week or, excuse me, however often people do that, maybe it's postponing it, starting to do it yourself. I wonder if we are willing to make those sacrifices for ourselves to get that future we want. It's really interesting. Some areas I can see where I'm willing to do it, and other areas, like food choices, I realize like, wow, in 2017, you were told all this information, but you kept drinking the milk and you kept eating the cheeses, and I wonder if that's partially to blame for low energy, right? We've got someone that says, "Dear sister, can you help me? Give me only one Durar, I beg of you." Oh, listen, I would much prefer to give you the hope that you need to learn the skills so you can make your own money. This talk is helping me finish my protein shake. Yes, Kenneth. Yes, finish that protein shake. I need to make a protein shake too. Protein's one of those ones, especially for women as we get older. They say we're not eating enough protein. So I definitely have to do that. I don't love like chicken and beef. I'm not a huge like lover of meat, but I know I need it. So that's another thing that I got to work on too. But do you think we know what we have to do? Like, do you think all of us as grown-ups literally know what we have to do to change our lives or get the result we want, but it's just that gap between knowing and doing is so big that it feels really tough? Let's see, is it Coca? Oh, wait. It's Coca-Cola says, "You have a beautiful mouth." Thank you. I appreciate that. I like to talk too, clearly. My name is Robin, reporting live at 7:47. I start my real job at 8 o'clock. Guys, where's the gap for you? Are you noticing a gap between where you are and what you want for your future? And you kind of intuitively know what you have to do, but you're maybe choosing not to, you're only dipping your foot in. It's really hard to stop certain habits. Um, there was something called the Diderot effect. I don't know if you've heard of this. I heard it a long time ago, and it says the Diderot effect, and forgive me, this is going off my memory. Please always look up anything you find in the internet. Don't believe everyone you see on the internet, right? Do your own research. But the Diderot effect is one purchase leads to another, leads to another. So you buy a new dress for this event, and then you realize, like, oh, the purse that I have doesn't look good, so now I need a new purse. Or now I need some undergarments because the ones I have aren't working out. So one purchase leads to another, leads to another. You'll notice you want to update your pillows in your living room, it doesn't match the carpet anymore. And you'll notice, and I've noticed this in my own life, one purchase ends up leading to another purchase, ends up leading to another purchase. So it's interesting if we could catch ourselves in those moments and maybe skip that purchase, maybe have a low buy week. Maybe this week is, you know what, I'm not buying anything other than food and paying my bills. I'm not buying anything this week, and try to make those sacrifices for our future self. We have to. You know, a lot of us are complaining about the life we have, but we're not actually taking the steps to change it. And we have that ability. We have those resources. We have the capability. We have the knowledge. Knowledge isn't the issue. It's implementing it, I think. Let me know your thoughts, folks. Let's see. I don't understand anything, but it's very interesting. Oh, okay. I'm glad you're here. Mr. Friend says, "I think we know what we need to do." Yes, it's hard to give things up. Absolutely. I see that too. And for me, the biggest struggle I've noticed, and it happens to be with food. That's the hardest part for me. I really enjoy, certain things that I know aren't good for me, but my taste buds love it. I almost have the palate of like a 14-year-old girl. Like you wouldn't even know I'm a grown-up sometimes if you're like, is that lady buying popping candies and Popeye cigarettes from the store? Like, really? That's what you're getting, lady? You're a grown-up. I'm going to be 46 this year, and I literally have the taste buds of like a child, and it's hard. It's hard, folks. I want more energy. I want more strength. And I know what I have to do. It's just doing it sometimes, right? But then other areas of my life, saving money, sacrificing, spending on certain luxuries, living below my means, I'm like really good at that. So it's interesting how we can be good in one area and, a little bit weaker in the other. Let's see. Lauren says, "Me too, Robin. Food is my weakest point." Yeah, likewise. Isn't that crazy? And some people are sleep. Some people like they want to get a better night's sleep, but they can't get off their phone or Netflix. And then they end up going to bed late. Then they feel groggy the next day and low energy. And it's like this momentum in the wrong direction. I have my sleep mastered. I get like 8, 9 hours of sleep every night, every night. So sleep is easy for me. So it's interesting. What's easy for some people, my husband, he doesn't need to eat stuff he knows isn't good for him. He's very, very disciplined in that way. So imagine that we all have these little things that are harder for us, easier for others. But maybe when we look at ourselves with the intent to just observe, ourselves, not to judge ourselves, folks, but to observe ourselves, then we can make these small little changes, right? Like Mr. Friend says, you are right. Yeah, the purchases go out of control. Yeah, it's like you buy a computer, then you need the accessories, or yeah, an instrument, then you want all the books for it. I know, it's the Diderot effect. Isn't that interesting, Mr. Friend? Once it starts happening, I remember there was something that I needed, and it was something to do with pillows. And then I was like, oh, it doesn't match our carpet anymore. And then I was like, oh my God, this is happening. It's so interesting. It's very hard to just buy one thing. You buy a new phone, you need a new phone case. Now you might need a specialty charger or extra chargers to go in the car, or this new, screen protector. Like it's never just one purchase, folks. But now that we know this, can we become more intentional? Can we become more aware? Like, hey, that chick on the live stream called this the Diderot effect. I make one purchase and it suddenly leads to another, just like that lady said on live stream. And then we can observe ourselves, right? Not with judgment. Is it Jabate says, the latest ads say that it's our parasites craving sugar. Oh, the ones in the gut. You know what? They do say we've got good and bad bacteria in our guts. I love that you wrote that. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for sharing your feedback here. That's another thing that I'm learning about too, is that gut microbiome, that we need to feed it. Apparently it likes vegetables, not coffee first thing in the morning, right? We need to learn about our microbiome, our gut bacteria, and it's craving sugar. I need to retrain that. Maybe the good parasites in my gut, I need to retrain it out of craving sugar. Lauren says, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I just enjoy good food. Yeah, exactly. Likewise, and I don't even know if I'd call it good food. I love food. Oh, I wish I had more self-control, and I'm working towards it. Before we left the gym today, there was a grocery store in the same plaza. It opened right at 7. That's why I'm like literally minutes before this live stream started. We got a coconut milk to try because the regular milk that I've been drinking is not good, ideally, according to this document, right? This blood work that I did in 2017. Again, I'm not putting all my eggs in every basket and believe everything, but I do think there's some value to testing it out. There's some value for the next 4 to 6 weeks for me to take out some of these things and try to find a substitute to see, will I feel more energy? Will that help me overall feel better? That's what I'm experimenting with. So we'll see what happens. Mr. Fred said, food is my greatest joy. I really enjoy drinking iced drinks and comfort food. Yeah, I feel like a king when I have an ice cube in my water, laugh out loud. Yes. And you're right. I'm not suggesting that we forego everything we love. But I do think somewhere along the line, humans have just wanted something, we get it. I want something, I place an order on Amazon, it comes to my door in 24 hours. I want something, I go to the grocery store, I grab it. It's like we've never had to deny ourselves anything. We just get everything we want. So you're right, you should definitely get what you want, but be very mindful of how often are we doing this? Am I getting what I want every single day, all day, never sacrificing anything? And then not reaching my goals. So it's definitely something I'm becoming more mindful of. I have a new sort of plan for the next few weeks to test out some things to see how I feel, and we'll go from there. Lauren says, Mr. Friend, I love that. Yeah, absolutely. And Stay Amelie says, your hair is really pretty. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Ava says, good morning. Jay Bates says, thanks for the welcome. Love your energy. Likewise. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Kenneth Ford says, I don't smoke anymore, but there's ever an apocalypse coming. I'm getting a pack. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I think, you know what? If the apocalypse is coming, we're going to fill our houses with all our favorite naughty things that we know we shouldn't do, but we just want to. Fair enough, right? I love that. Mr. Fred says, I had an intolerance test. I felt like it took the joy out of everything I ate. Instead, I have certain supplements and it seems to have fixed the issue. Oh, that's wonderful. And you're right. When I looked at my intolerance test and I was like, oh my God, it's literally everything I eat every day. Maybe I'll show you a picture of it. I'll put it on one of my vlogs and create a vlog about this sort of journey that, oh gosh, I don't like the word journey, but this sort of experiment that I'm in right now and trying to test different things out. But you're right, that's how I felt when I read it. But then what I did was I read all the greens. So it's broken down in green, red, and yellow. So I was reading all the greens. I was like gonna cry because it's everything I eat every day. But then when I started reading the green list, which happened to be a page and a half, and the red was only this big, half a page, it helped me remember all the things I can eat. So I needed to really focus on what can you eat as opposed to what can't you eat. So my own mind was going that direction too, and I had to like, hey, snap out of it. So I hear you. I hear you. I felt the same way. Kenneth, get them before they become the most valuable currency. I get those smokes because everyone's going to do that. Hey, SG is here. What's up, SG? Yes, it has been long. Oh, we miss having you on the streams. We always love your input, SG. Yay. Lauren says hi. SG says hi. Yes. Oh my gosh, hope you're all having a great summer and partying hard, living every moment like it's the last. Oh, SG, I love that. Yes, we definitely have to live every moment. I was just saying earlier that we have to sacrifice. So that's a little bit of a conflict here. So yes, we have to live every moment, absolutely. But we have to be mindful of how, like, what are we calling living? So I saw some examples this last few weeks of people wanting something, but not willing to sacrifice what it takes to get it. So it's a really interesting, the boundaries, the scales that us humans have to sort of tippy toe around living to the fullest. Yes, in terms of our energy and what we're doing and how we see life, but also being mindful of our goals and certain things that we can't do, to be in line with those goals. So it's so interesting. Oh, we're so happy to have you here. Mr. Friend says, I can send you a list of supplements that helped. Oh, absolutely. That would be great. I would take an interest in learning about that. On the community page, yeah, that would be great. Anyone else can benefit from that list as well. Thank you. Lauren says, I'm good. Or excuse me, SG says to Lauren, I'm good. How have you been? Did you watch England versus Spain? Yeah, England. That's right. Yay. Congratulations. Wow. I was rooting for you guys. Kenneth says we should be mindful of how we think of food. Yeah, absolutely. Our relationship with food, we have to be mindful of it. Lauren says, yes, I followed the football. It was a brilliant set of matches. Yay. SG says, I am currently in Madrid, España, and the vibe over here is super since España won the Copa del Mundial. I hope I'm saying that right. I bet you can say it more extravagant again than I can. As she says to Lauren, I am still waiting for your new art pieces. Post them. You're a cool artist for sure. Yes, your art pieces, your journaling that you worked on, Lauren, we would all benefit from seeing that. And it would help you sort of step out of your comfort zone, and it would help us to see you step out of your comfort zone and remind us that it's not a big deal and that most people are good. Most people are rooting for you. Most people want to see you thrive and succeed. And, any other naysayers or the people that don't, those ones are hurting, folks. I think when people don't want good for other humans, it's because they're hurting and they don't want to see other people happy when they're not. It's never anything personal, folks. I got to go to my real job, 7:59. What's your favorite dish, guys? Y'all following any diet? Yes, we're going to share that in the community. If you have any tips at all, any dietary tips, supplements, things that you can help, sub one thing for another, I'm going to share that in the community tab too, and we'll see what happens, okay? Seafood diet, Mr. Friendzone. When I see food, I eat it. Yeah, that might be my previous way, and I'm working on it, folks. Wish me luck. I wish you an incredible week until the next live stream, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your time and I appreciate you. You're very, very valuable to me. So thank you. Laugh out loud, Mr. Friend Classic, Jay Bates says. Yes, guys. Thanks, guys. This was great.